Greetings and welcome to the Vortex. I'm your host, Daniel Allen Jones. I'm very honored to be here with my good buddy, Jeff Stewart, the Cryptohulk.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's always good to be able to have you come out and share about your knowledge in the field, all the things that you've been doing, not just when it comes to Bigfoot studies or just cryptozoology, but everything as an outdoorsman, wildlife specialist, and just all around an expert when it comes to nature. So, really glad to be able to have you here. We're going to talk about the importance of cryptozoology and the impact it has on our society and our scientific understanding. So, what are your thoughts on why studying cryptozoology is important?
Well, you know, we have a lot of animals, a lot of wildlife that has yet to be discovered. A lot of it is cryptids, you know, animals such as Bigfoot, chupacabras, even some stuff that's even further out there in the realm of reality than those. But at the same time, there have been animal discoveries such as the Vukwang ox that have been discovered and once thought were cryptozoological animals. The mountain gorilla was once a myth, a cryptozoological animal. So we have a lot of animal species that were once thought to be mythological, but later proven to be real. The Komodo dragon. There's lots of animals that were on the island of Madagascar that were, you know, beasts of legend. You know, sailors would come back and talk about horrible monsters and dragons and things like that. People were like, yeah, what'd you drink? Yeah. But they turned out to be real. And so cryptozoology is an important tool. Yeah, there are those out there that really travel the fringes between what we call woo-woo and plausible reality.
Yeah.
So, you know, and saying nothing bad about those guys or gals, they do their own thing. But we that prescribe to my type of research, I would be just as happy to discover a new weasel or a new bug of some kind, you know, as I am to discover Bigfoot. You know, if I was ever to get out there and have definitive proof of Bigfoot, I would be happy, of course, but at the same time, if I found some obscure species of squirrel or anything like that, I'd be just as happy.
Sure. I think that's one of the big misconceptions is that it's all about finding something that's really exotic and disproportionate to like normal creatures. But we make new discoveries every day, and while they may not be Bigfoot or something that's really out there, it could be a normal type of animal, just a different subspecies or something like that.
It could be a mutated species. It could be a subspecies, like the goose deer. It is a white-tailed deer, but it is a subspecies of white-tailed deer. There are many subspecies of deer that have been found. At one time, it was just, this is a white-tailed deer. It's smaller or larger than its, relative that lives over here in this state or in this mountain or whatever. And we found out that those deer are actually subspecies of an actual white-tailed. So there's all kinds of different animals, and then there's subspecies and mutations and just different animals, but the same animal. And we'll be happy to discover one of those.
Yeah, so you kind of mentioned a little bit on how sometimes there are some people who think that these strange creatures, they possess these qualities which aren't normal. Some might say paranormal. Like you said, the woo-woo type people out there are very much into the possibility that these types of creatures could be maybe spiritual in nature or interdimensional, and go in portals and things. What are some of your thoughts on that?
You know, I do believe in the paranormal aspect of Bigfoot, Sasquatch, as I do believe they have souls. I do believe they have the ability to move on to the next plane of existence, whether that be heaven or whatever your religious beliefs are. But I believe that just as we see spectral dogs, spectral deer, there's all kinds of ghost animals that we've seen. There's no reason why we could not see a Bigfoot that is a ghost, so to speak, a paranormal entity. I do not subscribe to interdimensional things like that, not because I do not believe that it could ever happen. It's because I believe before we can prove that they're interdimensional or something, we have to prove they exist. So it's kind of like building a Corvette before the Model A was ever invented. You know, you could not prove that a car could go 6 seconds and a quarter mile, 7 seconds and a quarter mile.
Yeah.
Before that first car was built that could go 14, 15 miles per hour maximum speed.
Yeah.
So that's the way I am in the Bigfoot world. I don't think we need to visit the way out there theories before we totally nail down the flesh and blood common sense theories.
Sure. So there are a lot of people out there who think that Bigfoot and these strange encounters are really hoaxes or imaginative or the whole thing's nonsense. What would you say to people that think that way?
If Bigfoot, all Bigfoot research and all Bigfoot sightings are hoaxes, it would be the largest conspiracy theory, the largest conspiracy ever concocted on the history of this planet. You're talking about tens of thousands of eyewitnesses over the past century or more that have all conspired together without ever knowing each other, ever talking to each other, or anything that spans time. And all of a sudden we've all conspired to talk about, people on different continents even, with cave drawings of similar species, and there were thousands of miles difference, thousands of years maybe even in some cases different, and how can you conspire that?
Sure. Yeah, so that's something to think about.
How can you hoax something that has spanned who knows how long? I don't know how old some of these cave drawings may be that have, you know, of creatures of like of this similarity. So, you know, I know personally some of these people that I've read their accounts. I had my encounter in 1986. There was no internet. There was no cell phone to call anybody. There was no anything. So how would my creature look, my description, look just like one that somebody else had at that same time in Australia, the Yowie?
Yeah.
There's no way we could have communicated.
So it's not an isolated phenomenon. There's people all over the world that are experiencing these types of different encounters, and it's something we need to have an open mind about.
We need to have a very open mind about it. Every single society that's ever been on this earth has had some sort of creature that is similar to our Bigfoot, the Almasty, the Yeren, the, oh my gosh, what else is there, Yeti? I mean, you just keep going and going and going, and there's just Almas, you know, there's just a name in every country and in every culture, prehistoric and now Native Americans, Yusupawaya, different names. The Cherokees, the word meant older big brother.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That described these creatures. So how would a Native American in the United States, or what North America, what later became the United States, how could they have communicated with an Australian Aboriginal and do cave drawings at the exact same time of a creature that looked totally similar to one another if they had not physically seen those creatures?
Yeah, so there's something to it. I think it's important that we continue to look into these investigations, research the encounters. I like to think that we won't know if we don't go.
Right. You know, in my theory, I mean, about 80% of what people report is either misidentification or hoax. Then about another 10% is going to be flat-out exaggeration. Then about another 4 or 5% might be something else. Then you get down to that 3 or 4% that is genuine, honest. I saw what I saw. It's credible witnesses, doctors, lawyers, people that are taken at their word on a daily basis in courts of law, in operating rooms, clergy that, you know, their word is beyond reproach in any other situation. But all of a sudden, if they see a Bigfoot, they're a liar.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Exactly.
So you've done a lot of incredible work, and you've been featured in a number of different journals and different books. Share with us a little bit for those who are interested in how they can keep up with what you have going on.
Oh gosh, just social media on Instagram, the real Jeff Stewart, Facebook, Jeff Cryptohulk Stewart. They can just about. I'm a social media butterfly, I guess you would say. I love social media, and they can pretty much find me somewhere on social media. Also on your YouTube channel, you have several videos of me here on Vortex. You know, golly. That's one of the best ways they can find me is just go on YouTube and look up my name and you'll find this guy's channel.
Yeah, and you've got an awesome line of shirts that I think are really cool. Let's point this out here. You've got the Sabine thing.
Sabine thing. You know, every place has its Bigfoot name for Bigfoot, you know.
Yeah.
You have this monster, the Fount Monster, you have the Mountain Devil, you have all the Yahoo, you have all these things. Well, the region I mainly research in is the Sabine River bottom in East Texas.
Yeah.
And so we have passionately named it the Sabine thing.
Yeah, that's great. Well, they're out there, and I think it's important, again, that we keep in mind that these encounters should be taken seriously. We need to eliminate the ones that we can find are hoaxes and all those things, misidentifications, but give a lot more credence to this field, which, you know, is an important part of the process.
Absolutely.
So, Jeff, thanks for your time here today.
Thank you for having me on again.
Appreciate all the work that you do, so we look forward to having you again soon.
Thank you. I'll be here.